now we will move to topic 4, which is on errors and uncertainty. Every measurement involves some error. No instrument is perfect. No matter how accurate instrument you get, there will always be some error in the result which you get. So errors are of two types, can be classified in two types. The first one is absolute error, and second thing which is related to the absolute error is a relative error. Suppose you are measuring the length of an object and the length comes out to be say 16.2 centimeter. Then the last digit is all the time uncertain, point is 2 digit is uncertain, and this can be uncertain by 0.1. So 16.2 can be 16.1 or it can be 16.3. So the error, the absolute error in this quantity is plus minus 0.01 centimeter. Now, if you have to find the relative error, then what we do is we divide this 0.1 by 16.2 and then we multiply by 100. So, it comes out to be 0.6%. So, the absolute error is the uncertainty in the measured values, where it is in this case is 0.1 centimeter, and then if you divide it by the value itself and multiply by 100, you get relative percentage error. So, it is always a good idea whenever you do any experiment, you do any measurement, it is always a good idea to find out how accurate, how much is the uncertainty in your measurements. Relative error depends on the value. For example, suppose you have 1.02 gram weight measurement and the error was 0.01 gram, absolute error. Relative error will be 0.98%. On the other hand, suppose your mass was bigger, then for the same absolute error, your relative error is less. So, smaller quantities with the same absolute error have larger relative errors. That is why precision becomes more important when dealing with small values. When you are dealing with very small quantities you are weighing, at that time your precision should be very high, otherwise you will make big errors in your calculations. So, now let us say how the errors propagate. When we do multiplication or division, relative errors add up. Let us say length of an object is 16.2 with an uncertainty of 0.1 centimeter and breadth is 10.1 centimeter, again with an absolute error of 0.1 centimeter. Now, if I find the area of this with this length and breadth, then you simply multiply length and breadth and then you come up to 163.62 centimeter. Now, let us look into the relative errors. In the case of length, relative error is 0.6%. In the case of breadth, relative error is 1%. Again, simply you are dividing 0.1 by 10.1 and it comes out to be 1%. So, total area error in this area will be the addition of these two relative errors. So, it will have an error of 1.6%. So, if you have to write the area can be written as 163.62 centimeter square plus minus 1.6%. And now, if you convert this 1.6% into the real number, it is 2.6 centimeter square. Now, if you have to report it, you should report something like this, 164 plus minus 3 centimeter square. So, this is the right way to report your results, which are done after multiplication of experimentally measured numbers. Now in addition and subtraction, we do not combine relative errors, rather we match a decimal places. For example, suppose you are subtracting 12.9 from and 7.06 from 12.9, you get a number of 5.84. If you write 5.84, this will be the wrong way of writing, because you are seeing that in 12.9 there is only one decimal place. So answer should be rounded to one decimal place. We have already discussed this in previous slide also. So your number which we will report in the correct format will be 5.8 grams. So rule is match least decimal places. So now just to recap about errors and uncertainty. Absolute error means the uncertainty in the value. Relative error means error divided by the value. Relative percentage error means relative error times 100. In multiplication and divisions, add relative errors, and in addition and subtraction, match decimals. And one thing you should always keep in mind on all these operations is that you should round numbers only at the final step. Okay, so in the intermediate step, you don't round it. Rather, you keep your significant digits plus one extra digit. Otherwise, there can be a round